Welcome to the channel, a healing here. I've been asked this question before by my viewers and I thought I'd make a video on this. So the question is, can non-native English speakers find success with copywriting? In this lesson, I'm going to dive into that question and answer it in in-depth details and give you my insights. For non-native speakers where English may be their second language, is it required to know English fluently? Is copywriting only for fluent English speakers? Absolutely not. However, there may be advantages native English speakers have, such as cultural context and utilizing literary devices such as irony, idioms, imagery, metaphors, cliches, analogies, and even personification. But this doesn't necessarily put non-native speakers at a huge disadvantage, simply because copywriting doesn't require conventional English writing or communication skills. You don't have to possess a vast repertoire of knowledge, accurate grammar usage, or punctuation. You don't need to be a grammar warrior or a spelling bee expert, but you do need some basic command over the English language. The point of copywriting is to communicate in a concise, fluid, and straightforward manner. You're not writing an essay. You can use simple words containing only a few syllables. Remember, you are writing to be understood and not writing to impress prestigious academics. Dan Lok is a prime example of someone who is not a native English speaker, yet arguably is one of the most successful copywriters who's made millions through his copywriting abilities. He has over 1 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, and this really shows you don't need to have perfect English to communicate a message to your audience. In copywriting, you're typically using between 2 to 3 sentences per idea, and therefore it's not hard to avoid mistakes. But do you require fancy words, jargon, and other complex themes? There is no cookie-cutter answer to this question. Some people may tell you that you don't require any fancy words at all, which is true to an extent. Generally speaking, depending on your target audience and niche you're in, you don't require much advanced English or comprehension. But there are niches where you will have to employ advanced terminology, jargon, and speak a certain type of vernacular. For example, if you're in the computer programming niche and your book description sounds like something an 8th grader wrote, aside from looking incompetent, you'll lose credibility instantly. Certain niches will require you to use particular vocabulary that resonates to that audience. Therefore, it really depends on your niche and who your target demographic is. But the fact is, the majority of niches will not require you to be a native speaker, and Dan Lok is a prime example of this, who was very successful in the how to make money and sales niche. So, don't get discouraged if your English isn't perfect. The success of your copywriting does not hinge on how well you can write an essay, but how well you can communicate to your audience in a concise manner.